Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, the largest cruise ship in the world is going to have some issues once in a while, and it actually had a fire break out on board yesterday. Carnival Corporation has beat its stock market price, which has sent the price of stock going up for Carnival, which is pretty good news. Not necessarily good news for us, and I'll tell you why. Port of Seattle has just signed a big deal with Carnival Cruise Line. And then Viking Cruise Ship, if you like Viking Ocean, you'll be very happy to know they have more ships on the way. Yesterday, while docked in Costa Maya, Mexico, we had the Icon of the Sea, the world's largest current cruise ship in the world. Well, unfortunately, there was a small fire that broke up down somewhere in the crew quarters, crew area of the ship. It was extinguished pretty quickly. It did lose power briefly while it was in port. It also had the crew emergency lights and everything did come on. They did work effectively. No reports of any injuries or sustainable damage to the cruise ship. The cruise is continuing on its journey on its way to Cozumel, so everything looks to be fine on the ship, but it just goes to show even the biggest, most sophisticated, expensive cruise ship in the world can still have minor things that can happen. It's such a large apartment building basically on the ocean, right? And apartment buildings can have fires in local areas. It could be a short, it could be anything. They did not really specify yet what caused the fire. They are currently under investigation, and we will find out in the future. I'll let you know as soon as we know what actually happened on the Icon. We did have some good news from Carnival as they had their forecast extended, and they are reporting that they beat their second quarter. Not only beat it, but beat it fairly handily. For example, their net income, not their gross income, their net income was up $500 million over last year, which is 5 times higher than it was in 2023. That's a pretty significant rise. And of course, the stock, after hearing this news, rose as well. Not to mention, they've been mentioning that they have a very strong forecast right across all of their brands right through 2024, which means if you're out there looking for a cruise this year, it's hard to find. There are not a lot of fantastic cabins remaining to get. There are leftover cabins from what everyone else wants. And even then, some ships are completely sold out. You cannot even book them. They've even started cutting back on travel agent rates. What normally cruise lines will do will offer discounted rates to travel agents because they want travel agents to come on and try their product. You know, it's best to sell a product if you know something about it. Not everyone cruises, you know, it's like somebody comes to me and say, hey Don, what's this resort like in the French Riviera? I don't know. I don't go there. I would have to go there to experience it to find out. Cruising is the exact same way. You could be a travel agent who does like wedding destinations and luxury resorts and Disney. Never step foot on a cruise. If you want to sell cruise, people are asking you about it, you need to experience the product. Well, Carnival has been really cutting back. I've seen 4 and 5 months blocked out now where an agent cannot book a cruise. That's when you know the cruise lines are doing really, really well. Speaking of Carnival, they have just signed a new lease with the Port of Seattle. They have a 10-year contract with a 5-year mutually agreeable extension all the way up till 2039, I believe now that makes it. So 2024 to 2034, they have a contract where they can use the port in Seattle. And Seattle says this is a very significant because it's bringing in a lot of money. Carnival has been showing that they have growth in the city. They are experiencing high growth in Seattle of how much money people are spending when they come to the city for the cruise ships, both leaving, staying there ahead of time. They're making a bank. They're making bank. Let's put it this way. So much so that they've also said that they're very impressed with Carnival being their leader in Port of Seattle as far as shore power is concerned, saying that 100% of their ships in Seattle now are hooked up to shore power. Not only that, Carnival is committed to saying that they will sell and allow other people, other cruise lines to hook up to their shore power who aren't set up for it yet. So if they don't have it at their terminal, yet they can use their terminal if Carnival's not in the berth, and they will be able to hook up to the shore power there, allowing Seattle to cut back emissions even more. So it sounds like a great deal for Seattle, great deal for Carnival, and like I said, their stock right now is up, up, up. So you cannot complain about anything along those lines. And next, if you are a fan of Viking Cruise Line, this year they have the Viking Vela coming out, probably in December. It holds just around 930 some passengers, roughly comfortably. Viking Ocean is, of course, a luxury brand built on destinations. They're smaller ships built around the luxury, right? It's not about the bells and the whistles. You're not going to find a lot of slides. You're not going to find a flow rider to surf. You're not going to find skydiving or a roller coaster on a Viking Ocean cruise ship. But they are bringing out two brand new designs based on the Vela, but slightly larger. They will be wider and slightly longer, bringing their passenger total on board up to about 998, which is significant because a lot of places like Bar Harbor has set limits to 1,000, right? Well, they only have 998 people on board, which means they fit that criteria. And if you keep the numbers under 1,000, it still sounds like a small ship, although the space on board is going to be quite large for people to get around. These ships usually do a very good job on a square footage per passenger ratio, so not everyone, you never feel cramped even though it's a small luxury ship. And of course, the service is always usually top notch. Viking Ocean has won top luxury cruise line for quite a few years in a row now. So I think a lot of people are very, very happy with the product. I know a lot of people love their their river cruises and will go on those and consider them the ultimate, big cruise line in the river cruise industry. However, the ocean as a luxury, it's still a growing market out there. There's a lot of competition out there with Regent Seven Seas, Seabourn, etc. And now Ritz-Carlton even has a ship out there that's really an ultra luxury ship as well. So they're bringing out two new ocean vessels. They're expected to arrive around 2028, 2029, just a few years down the road. They're going to cost about $1 billion roughly by the time they're built. So even the small ships, but the more luxury you are, the more high-end amenities you have on board, the more expensive those furnishings and details are, right? It's not neon, it's not flashy, it's all about the perception of luxury. Well, have you ever been on a Viking Ocean ship? Let me know. I have never been on a Viking Ocean ship. I've been on their river cruises, never their Viking Ocean. I might have to get on one in the near future. Let me know, have you experienced it? Is it really as first class as they say? I really see a lot of really good comments out there about there. Let me know in the comments down below, and until next time, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. You want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.